let me know in the chat down below. And if you're... Why is it always Scarif? I hate Scarif. Literally, I went to play this with my buddy earlier, and I got Scarif, and I was like, dude, Scarif sucks. And then, like, last few times I've streamed, I was like, you know, I keep getting Scarif so much. It's not that good of a map. Especially for heroes versus villains. Like, for other modes, it's pretty good. You know, objective-based modes. But this one, when you're just fighting it out, I don't like it. Especially, like, you know, having to be up close and stuff. It's not an interesting map at all. What's up, Logan? Welcome in. Let me get the donation link up. You having a good day, Mr. Logan? If you're here after the stream's up, be sure to check the description as well. I hope you're doing alright. Boy, I'm tired. Your day was a little tiring, but good? That's good. Let's see, who should I be? I think PB90 is a good, strong one. My buddy also wanted to watch me play as Boba Fett. I got work tomorrow, Logan, and it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be a stressful day because it's Saturday, and I hate Saturdays at that place because they get slammed and like everybody blames shit on me when it's like I'm shorthanded. Like I'm the only one in my position. Everybody else is helpers, including myself. So it's like and I'm the middleman between everyone as well. It's kind of stressful. And also I shaved all of my facial hair. So they're gonna give me shit for that. It needed to be done though. I had too much split ends and stuff in my mustache and beard. Had to slash and burn it. Start over. You're gonna need a cut too soon. Facial hair, Logan? I remember you saying haircut. I figured you're too young for facial hair. You're like, what, like 2 years old? Also, I'm gonna have stomach problems tomorrow because my buddy took me to an all-you-can-eat buffet, and boy, I had all I could eat. I was like, man, I'm getting my money's worth here.
Very unlucky Philip is the first to greet our heroes.
Damn it. Dude, while I was dodging, Boba Fett decided he was gonna crouch, which is one of the worst things that he does. Damn it, I got shoulder charge. Totally fucked it up. You're old enough for facial hair? You say that, Logan, you say that. Ooh, Anakin's out. It's rare as Boba Fett I get the thrill of encouraging someone off the ledge, I gotta say. I didn't push him off the ledge, but certainly didn't keep him from going off the ledge. Damn, that was in the worst. Just shifted into the angle I didn't want that to be in. Woo! One thing that sucks about Boba Fett, being a bit of an assist king that he is that you need kills to heal. And you know, any of the blaster heroes, Boba Fett's just in a weird spot. in general.
The raging
You gotta
red
get the kills
is
to
on a
heal,
Kylo spree.
but as Boba Fett, he's also kind of made out of glass, and he needs to be really engaged in the fight to be a useful part. You know, his abilities require that. You'd think with him having armor, I get that he flies around, so he's got to kind of, it wouldn't be fair for him to be like super durable and also able to be super mobile. But I feel like it could be a little bit better. Your facial hair is quite unpleasant, Logan. Why is that, sir? I personally don't like shaving. It's a chore. I gotta do it pretty much every time I shower. Which is like once a month. Yeah, I don't like it. It's annoying to have to shave so often. But I'm just not ready to have it just like a big unkept beard. Maybe when I'm like ridiculously elderly.
Let me work. Go on, run.
Where are they, dude? Damn it. I had to run out of... or get overheated right when I was about to kill him. There we go.
Kill spree halfway completed.
There we go, I kept that guy alive.
I regret this.
Keep the door shut as long as I can.
Scanning pulse active. Save.
Damn, I really thought Lando was gonna be right there. Oh no. Logan says he's got a special kind of curly hair, so any hair that isn't a part of his head gets unreasonably unruly very quickly. I don't know. Is there a hair that is detached from your head, Logan? Do you have just like fourth dimensional hair that floats around your head vaguely? I should have chosen BB-90 or Darth Maul for this one. It didn't occur to me that there's all these ledges here. There we go. I'm gonna take cover and just heal up. Oh my gosh, I can't. Oh my god! What the hell? You just need a haircut, Logan. What do you mean? It's not facial hair, it's top of your head hair. Logan says that he's got a special kind of curly hair, so any hair that isn't a part of his head gets unreasonably unruly very quickly. And then Logan said, I don't really know how to describe the hair you actually get cut when you get a haircut. Just called your hair, dude. Yeah, Bosk is relatively weak. His strength is that he can do a lot of damage and prevent people from recovering their health using the gas stuff. And then that grenade launcher thing he has is good for finishing people off when there's a bunch of them that are either Jedi blocking a bunch because they have low health or whatever. And then he can recover full health at any time. So that's a bit of an advantage he has. But he's not particularly mobile other than the fact that he can jump pretty high. And he's also like not particularly durable. I do the trooper modes, Logan. I do the trooper modes. I've done Galactic Conquest pretty often. They're not the most fun to me. Or not Galactic Conquest, Galactic Assault I think it's called, or whatever. Because Galactic Conquest is like Conquest. I don't really like the Conquest mode they added. It doesn't... They just didn't make it a fun game for Conquest, which sucks because the original Battlefronts are just amazing Conquest games on PlayStation 2 and stuff. Alright, we're gonna yank some boys into the abyss. We're gonna make up for all those 3-pointers we missed out on in that last round.
And which will only be horribly disfigured.
Damn it. That was a good shot.
Takes a dark turn as the first hero falls.
The assault in Battlefield 1, or Battlefront 1 was really good, especially on the Death Star. Are you talking about which B1? You talking about the original Battlefront 1? Because there's no Death Star in the original Battlefront 1. There is one in... There's a Death Star level in Battlefront 2 for the PS2. Woo! Which Battlefront 1, Logan? I know Battlefront 1. There's 2 different Battlefront 1s. They're both Star Wars Battlefront 1. There's the one that came out in like 2005 or 2004.
Enemy coming! Stay in formation!
That's the one I'm referring to as having a great Conquest mode. That one and its sequel, which was for PS2.
Anakin is still a part of you.
Cloud City is in the original Battlefront 1. All of them are predecessors to this one, Logan. Just tell me the year it came out. Which console was it for, Logan? This is so simple.
Vader is coming!
PS3, you think? Okay. I don't remember there being a Death Star level in that one.
Don't fight it!
Was it made by DICE or Pandemic? What the fuck? I landed the hit on so many people and they didn't go flying. What the hell was that? I did the force push on all those goobers. Like, at least 3 of them should have gone flying, and none of them... It didn't phase any of them. Dude, where is my team? Like, I've been 4-on-1 every single time I'm playing this game. What up, Caver? Dude, what's up with rage quitters in this game? No, I barely played the new Battlefront 1. Logan.
The Raging Ren is on a Kylo spree.
Dude. My guy got stuck turned around for some reason. It's good to see you, Caver.
Don't pull that trigger. I know what you're thinking.
Dude. This just sucks because, like, the other team's a gank squad and our team's the rage quitters. It's like the classic Battlefront 2 match setup.
Good people are dying while we fight.
Jessica's been here. Also, I need to mark myself as online. She often watches this on the PS4. If I don't mark myself as online, people on PS4 that follow this channel can't watch it. The guy needs to learn to not get parried so fucking hard. That's the thing with gang squads and people like matches like this, where like you lose to players that suck.
Halfway to victory.
That guy sucks.
Hooray.
You don't realize what I've become.
Of course, these guys need to do a 3-on-1 to win. Damn it, fucking Aiden. Like, the worst addition to the game is Aiden. The story mode's pointless, too. Like, after they stopped updating the game, like, their last update broke the story mode. I don't know if you guys know that. It's riddled with glitches. I really should stream the story mode in this game, just so we can experience it together. Of course, the Aiden player is the top scorer. It's not even fun to play as Aiden. That's the thing. Is it's just like a formulaic thing where you just do the same thing each person and you get a guaranteed kill on everyone. Now we're heading to Crate. I know I'm salty, but I freaking hate Aiden and the whole Battlefront 2 like culture as a group. Like the way people play, it just sucks. It can be a very fun game when it's not like gank squads and then rage quitters. But that's some nights that's all you run into. Other nights it's like the best time ever. I should know. Mr. Jessica actually checked on my profile to see what game I played the most, and apparently I have the most hours logged in Battlefront 2. Which is insane to me because I feel like I barely play this game. Caver says it was a peak game back in 2019. Yeah, it was pretty good. That was back when you had a grind in it, though. Right? That's when you had... I didn't like that part. Like, you had to just... If you wanted to level up at all, you had to just play for a million hours. It was a completely different game then.
Care how fast you are.
Let the painful devices begin.
See Lando do that.
Evil circuit to a murderous start.
My goal here is to just do as much damage to these guys as possible so that one of my teammates can get the kill if they exist. And show up to the fucking fight. You bought the Celebration Edition? Yeah. I didn't pay extra for this game. Because I was always initially disappointed in both this one and the one that came before it, like directly before it, because I was a big fan of the original Battlefront games, and this is like in no way a Battlefront game. Like they just call it Battlefront 2 to get people who liked those games to buy it, because those are really popular games. This literally, there's not a single thing except for the fact that it's a Star Wars game that is similar between the two games.
I'm just limbering up.
Like the two franchises. The Battlefronts made by Pandemic were just amazing games that were conquest based. They were basically like, which is crazy because DICE makes this one, you know? And the original Battlefronts were basically like if Battlefield, the game franchise that DICE makes, was a Star Wars game. I wasn't a fan of the previous one, Logan.
I'm regretting this already.
Domination by the light side.
It took me a long time to actually enjoy this one.
Heart-crushing decompensation.
It was actually how much fun that I had playing as Phasma that made this good. Made me enjoy it.
Chosen one, countless victims.
See? No problem.
We're in control now. Right. Shock treatment.
There we go. I just gotta harass that Aiden until they're miserable and quit.
Who are you supposed to be?
Evil's domination continues.
I'm not gonna take it back, Logan. Or Caver. It was a huge disappointment. It was not nearly as good as it should have been.
Because one blade on a lightsaber
Neither was
wasn't
this one.
enough.
Like, if they had actually done a real Battlefront 2, like, done what the like an actual Battlefront game, these would have been just incredible games. There we go.
Team takes the lead.
Did you either of you guys ever play the original Battlefront games? Made by Pandemic.
Halfway to victory. Hooray.
The classic Battlefront 2. You played, I think Cavers played it. Logan, you don't even know what you're talking about, dude. Do you enjoy Battlefield 1, Logan? You ever play Battlefield 1? Imagine that, except Star Wars. It also had space battles and heroes and villains and stuff like that as well. And the Galactic Conquest mode was just like, that was peak gaming. You could sit there and play that all day with a friend. Like literally, you could, like finishing a Galactic Conquest thing could take you all day, because you had to conquer the whole galaxy with them, or against them.
Don't let me hog all the fun.
Beat them in space battles and on ground and huge, pretty large-scale conquest battles and stuff to take over the whole thing. You liked 5 and 2042 2042 sucks. 2042 is nothing like what I'm talking about, and 5 is kind of not like the other Battlefield games.
Get clear! Ready for a fight? Sight doesn't rule you.
Yeah, Galactic Conquest was amazing. Specifically in Battlefront 2. Battlefront 1 on the PS2 had, honestly had better maps, but the second Battlefront on, like, PS2 had much better gameplay. And, the Galactic Conquest in Battlefront 2 is just top tier gaming. I didn't have work today, Caver. I work tomorrow. I hung out with my girlfriend and I hung out with my best friend today. I played a bunch of Rocket League. Didn't get what I wanted to get done at all. I spent a lot of, I had a lot of frustration today as well, because I spent too much time trying to figure out like what people were trying to plan with me. Because I was like, can you just say when and where we're meeting up? And they're like, well, I have this going on and this going on. It's like, and they're like, on Monday I have this, and I'm like, don't tell me about Monday, just tell me what we have doing today. Like, I spent like, honestly, hours today just trying to figure out what people were trying to get me to do with them. Come at me, bitch.
Favorite son saves the day. The Force will be with Luke Skywalker. Always.
Did Logan just say that Battlefield 1 is mid? I think Logan might have the worst taste in video games ever. To be honest. Because you also liked Jedi Fallen Order, which is just like a trash pile. It was Mass Effect Andromeda level gaming, except for, like, the gameplay didn't work. At least in Mass Effect Andromeda, the gameplay worked. I didn't say I don't like the new Battlefront 1. I said it just wasn't that good, and it was a big disappointment. Because it had nothing to do with what it named itself after. Like, it's a huge ripoff that EA named this Battlefront. Honestly, they could have named it anything. They could have named it, like, Star Wars, like, I don't know, like Star Wars Fighter or whatever. It's not Battlefront. Alright, let's see. Let's see what we got in Galactic Assault. What map? Hey, name, welcome in, sir. Yeah, Fallen Order sucks, Logan. You were talking to me how much you loved it. I was like arguing with you. What are you talking about, Logan? I have to work on and finish my review of Jedi Fallen Order. I got it started like at the beginning of the week, but I've had so much shit to do that I haven't been able to continue and finish it. I had a relatively productive week, all things considered. It wasn't nearly as productive as I wanted it to be, but I still got stuff done in a sea of just stupidness that was this week. Alright, we're in Camino with Galactica. Or not Galactic, whatever. Starfighter Assault. It's good to see your name. Surprised you're not named Bully McGuire. I hope it does, Logan. I hope it does hurt. Do you know how much it hurts that you disregarded the OG Battlefronts? Without even understanding how awesome they were? And said that Battlefield 1 is mid? That's like saying the Elder Scrolls Oblivion is the worst game ever made, dude. That's how stupid of a take that is. It's like saying Fallout 3 is the worst Fallout. It's just absurd. I don't think that you would think Fallen Order is good. I know you think that Fallen Order is good. Not only do I know you think Fallen Order is good, I know you're gaslighting me right now, Logan. Logan says that Oblivion is good for an old game. It's good for a game ever. Combat might not hold up in it, but everything else, like the writing and stuff, the voice acting is cheesy, but the writing holds up. Like the quests are just beautifully designed quests. You're gonna be back in an hour, Caper? I'm not gonna be on in an hour. 1 hour from now is 3:30 in the morning. Graphics in Oblivion aren't that bad. The writing is not better in Skyrim, Logan. The quests, the guild quest lines in Oblivion blow everything in Skyrim out of the water. Even the main storyline in Skyrim doesn't hold up to just like the Dark Brotherhood quest line in Oblivion. Like the quests in Oblivion all had like unique stories to them. Like I love Skyrim, but Skyrim's quests can be kind of generic. And the guild stories, like I think that the College of Winterhold probably has the best story of any of the guilds in Skyrim. Second would be Thieves Guild, and those two are the best too, by far. Like a far third place is the Companions, and then the Dark Brotherhood, and then
Stop them from firing on the Venator's bridges.
the Bard's
Get in
College,
there.
which is just garbage. You're uncertain that anyone has ever played Elder Scrolls Online? I played Elder Scrolls Online, but I got into it too late. It was a game that I always wanted to play because, dude, I am such an Elder Scrolls nerd. But the thing is, I got into it so late that it's like there's nothing I could do really that would be enjoyable because I was so behind everybody else that was playing it, and it's not like I had anybody to play with to catch me up or anything like that.
Good luck, brothers!
And also, like, by the time I got into it was by the time that people stopped playing it because Bethesda did really dumb shit. So it's like, that's a part of me that will always be missing. Because that Elder Scrolls Online is like a game that was perfectly tailor-made for your boy mum.
Protect the Venator's bridges.
If I had friends to play with and got into it early, but I just didn't have the money. There was a long period of time while Elder Scrolls Online was peak, I was in a situation where I had no internet and
Flying the
stuff.
bombers are targeting our ships. Take them out.
I don't even think I had a PS4 yet when Elder Scrolls Online peaked.
You shook them off!
Like, I was playing on a PS3 with no internet for a good chunk of that thing's lifespan. And still playing PS2 games.
You're taking fire!
Fallout 76 is another one. Like, I had friends. I loved Fallout 76, actually. I have a character that's level 250 in it.
Oh, man!
And I really had a good time in it until they added, like, the story stuff. Because the new story stuff in it, they just slapped on these, like, kind of generic stories that the game is kind of better without. The raider quests are fun because the characters that you run into as a raider are interesting. But a big issue with Fallout 76's like quests in general is that every quest pretty much sends you all the way across the map, when it's like they would be more fun if they were localized to the region, because there's distinct regions in Fallout 76. It's like, why not have the quests like take you to areas within the region so that you're like not just in a decent and reasonable walking distance, but like it would make sense geographically that someone would be like needing to get a component that's nearby, but just in like a heavily fortified area or something that's hard for them to get through without help or something, or just trying to like develop or raid locally in a convenient area to their base or something. This doesn't make sense.
Enemy targeting systems locking on!
But one thing that always, that is like just like a real bummer about Fallout 76 actually.
Nearly crippled our benefits.
Um,
Send off those bombs.
is that Fallout 76 had the best Battle Royale game mode of any game I've ever played. And I was pretty into Apex Legends for a while, which I consider to be like, of games that are just only Battle Royale, Apex Legends for a while was the best at that. It's kind of fallen off since then. But, like old Apex Legends at peak Apex Legends doesn't hold a candle to Fallout 76 Battle Royale mode.
Free Republic cruisers inbound. Run interference for them.
Shit. I didn't see him drop it. Really? Tsushima? See, Tsushima seems like a well-made game. It just doesn't seem like it's, it seems like it's more of like an Assassin's Creed kind of game. Assassin's Creed games, I don't really... Like, some of them are pretty good, you know, but most of them are just kind of like copy and pastes feeling. Like they feel like there's no care taken into it.
This looks like fun.
Well, see, in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which honestly is barely an Assassin's Creed game, Assassin's Creed Valhalla actually is like a really, really good game, except for anything that has to do with Assassin's Creed. And its base mechanics are pretty weak, but that also has to do with it being an Assassin's Creed game. Like, you have to start leveling up your character and get past the first area before it's actually a fun game. Before that, it's just a grind and pain in the ass. Shit. Valhalla is too damn long. I disagree. I think Assassin's Creed Valhalla... Well, I will say... It's too long in that, the beginning area should have just been, like... cut. Like... The part that's in Norway, I get it's a Viking game, but like the part in Norway sucks so hard that anything in that section that wasn't needed specifically for the tutorial should have just been wiped from the game.
Repairs needed.
Once you get to Britain, that's when it starts being just like one of the best games I've played. Like what holds it back is literally everything that has to do with Assassin's Creed. Because that stuff just sucks so hard that everything that game does right just feels like a chore because of the Assassin's Creed stuff that it has. You played it for weeks and saw no end in sight? I played it, so I took off in the January before I started streaming Battlefront 2 regularly. That month, I pretty much, probably 3 weeks, it took me 3 weeks probably to do pretty much everything in the game. I didn't do anything in Vinland, which is like the America section of the game, because that part of the game breaks you down to the bare mechanics of the game, but the bare mechanics of the game just aren't fun. Like, there's games that do that successfully, where it's very fun to do it. Like there's a part of Breath of the Wild where you lose all of your equipment, and you just have to use the mechanics of the game to like survive the trial of this one island.
Detecting an enemy capital ship moving in. A dreadnought.
And that's a very fun part of the game because the bare mechanics of Breath of the Wild are also very fun to play around with and try to solve puzzles with. But like, not having any equipment or any leveling in Assassin's Creed Valhalla is just a nightmare to play. Yeah, Breath of the Wild's a good game, but it has flaws that don't seem to have been addressed at all in Tears of the Kingdom.
Fight harder, or defeated we shall be. Feel the force within you.
And I'll never stream it because of the fact that Nintendo pretty much just like, if you even, like, just the fact that I'm mentioning Breath of the Wild, like, Nintendo might soon. That's just like barely an exaggeration, dude. There's someone that was just like posting clips from Breath of the Wild and Nintendo, or like just any like, just like I think it might have actually been a Pokemon game. They were just posting clips of it, and Nintendo like sued the shit out of them to where like basically the rest of this guy's life he's gonna owe money to Nintendo. And it's just like, what the fuck? Like, there's no way you're gonna catch me streaming that. In Assassin's Creed Valhalla, though, what I really liked about it is how in each region that you could go in, there was like a unique story to that little region. And I think there was like, what, like 12 regions or something? And the stories were unique and interesting to each of them. You know, like all this stuff as a Viking was really cool. Like, the settlement stuff, the stuff with your brother, that was all just super cool and really well done.
Ships are down, I know, but we're not
And then I
yet.
just completely ignored anything that had to do with the stupid, like the lady, like there would be parts where I'd go like an hour, 3 hours without ever interacting with that lady that's in the Animus, and I'd be like, it would force me to play as her for like a puzzle or something, and I'd be like, who the fuck is this person? Like, I don't care about this person at all. Please put me back in the Viking guy. You played Odyssey as a kid? Assassin's Creed Odyssey? I never played Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I played the original Assassin's Creed, and I played Assassin's Creed 2 when I was young. And then I pretty much didn't play any until Valhalla came out. My brothers played some of the Assassin's Creeds. Like Black Flag looked like a lot of fun. But that was one that just seems too grindy for me. I don't know if it actually is or not, but the way my little brother played it. And to be fair, he platinums every game that he plays, so that's probably why it seems so grindy, but it just didn't seem like a fun game from all the grinding you had to do. I just wanted to be a pirate.
Pull it together.
And that was, I think Black Flag was another thing that just had like the same like stupid Assassin's Creed bullshit going on in it. Where it was like, oh shit, yeah, you're a pirate. And there's this for some reason, at the end, there's this big conspiracy and there's gods and stuff and magic thrown in at the very end. Like, with Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I thought that they were finally going to do that shit right. Because in Assassin's Creed, there's always this stupid thing that they do where it's like you play the whole game and it's just like a normal kind of game, and then you get to the end and suddenly there's just magic and gods for the, like the final quest, only for the final quest. And in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, they have that stuff weaved in throughout the entire game. It's like, alright, cool, they actually did it right. And then I get to the end and I'm like, this is the worst ending I've ever seen in my life. Like, Assassin's Creed Valhalla probably has the worst ending I've ever seen in a video game. Where it's like, all of a sudden, there's just this global warming computer. And for some reason, that lady that I know nothing about from the future and don't care about at all, has to go there, and the guy that's an assassin that you have like 5 or 6 conversations with throughout the game is there, and he turns out to be the bad guy, and it's like, whoop-de-freaking do.
This cloning facility will fall.
Yeah. Like in Assassin's Creed, it started in Assassin's Creed 2, I think. Because I don't, like in Assassin's Creed 1, there was like, it was really cool because like, it was weaving in and out of the story of the guy in the past and Damon, who's in the future. And he, like, it's his ancestors' memories being used to train him to become an assassin. And then, like, there's this, like, experiments being run on him, and you're starting to realize that the people that are, like, they're working with you aren't actually good guys at all, and stuff like that. And then you're discovering things about the people that are doing experiments on you while being the guy in the past and stuff, and that was really cool. And then the end, you have to you like use the techniques that Damon has learned from this assassin ancestor he had, that he's like getting the memories and training from throughout the game, to escape, and like you fight back using like all the techniques that the guy uses and all this stuff. And it's like, that was a cool thing. And then in Assassin's Creed 2, it's you're Damon again, and it's a similar kind of thing, where it's kind of continuing that, but you're this guy who was in Italy, and it's kind of more assassin in the past thing, but it's still, like, Damon's story is still relevant in that one. And at the very end of Assassin's Creed 2, suddenly there's gods and magic, and it's like, what? Like, I was like, there's just suddenly in the last mission, there's just gods and magic, and that's it. Unity? Yeah, my girlfriend Chloe loves Unity, and there's one in Victorian England. But the reason she likes it is because, you know, to her it's cool to just be in these historical settings and stuff, and, you know, interacting with characters that are historical figures. That's really what she really likes about Assassin's Creed games. To me, though, I played the original and I played the second one, and I was invested in Damon's story, and then they just like throw that shit in the trash after the second one. Like, the whole build up in the whole series, like from the first, second, and like some of the ones that came between, like the main installments, because there was like some side ones made, expanding on the characters from the second one.
Unknown error.
The whole thing is that it's like Damon is gonna be this like assassin in this future world, and you're like, they were building up for this sci-fi Assassin's Creed game where you were like gonna take down the people once and for all that his ancestors were trying to take down.
Analysis. Destroying the Venator's bridges will render it useless in combat.
Yeah, like the way when I found out that Damon died, I was like, all right, well, I don't need to play Assassin's Creed anymore. Yeah, the one in the American Revolution, I think that's Assassin's Creed 3.
Offensive engaged.
Yeah, after that, that's pretty much where it just... Like, Black Flag was cool, but it's like there's no point anymore in the series when Damon dies. Or at least no point in it anymore. Like Damon could have died in like one that actually resembled what they were building up for throughout the entire, you know, first and second game.
Hyena-class bombers have completed their attack.
I haven't been playing the objective at all.
Loss confirmed. Return to base for salvage processing.
Like, when killing Damon off early makes it so that the ones that I actually grew up with and enjoyed literally meant nothing. So that's kind of like why I lost interest in Assassin's Creed. And also the gameplay got boring and generic. Because it was pretty much... There was like a whole era of video games that was inspired by Assassin's Creed combat system. Like Arkham Knight, Arkham Asylum was one of the ones that I couldn't play because of how that combat system was, where it's like you just wait for someone to attack you and then you push triangle to counter attack and you win. And they all attack you one at a time, kind of thing. And it's like not that fun. It was fun at first when it was a unique thing to the like first Assassin's Creed, and then the second Assassin's Creed it kind of gets old, but the stealth stuff and assassin stuff was still interesting and the story kept you in. But like, I think also Shadow of War, the sequel to Shadow of Mordor, was very generic feeling. Like Shadow of Mordor took from Assassin's Creed, took a lot of inspiration from Assassin's Creed, but the enemies were difficult enough and kind of felt smart enough to where it wasn't that same generic thing. Like it felt like the counters were more of a part of the combat rather than the one thing that the combat does. Another thing that's funny about Shadow of Mordor is that the guy that you play as looks like a Neanderthal, and it's not like they just had like an artistic, that was just their artistic version of what someone from Lord of the Rings looks like, because there's reasons why you might make humans in Lord of the Rings look kind of like Neanderthalish, but it's just that guy. Like literally every other human in flashbacks and like elf man kind of thing that you run into looks like a normal person. Yeah, Shadow of Mordor was a very fun game. I had a lot of fun with that. Shadow War I wanted to get into because I really like Shadow of Mordor, but I couldn't. But to be fair, I don't think I got that deep into Shadow of War. I got as far as, like, just past this one level where you're in a giant orc cave. Like, it's not actually a cave, it's like a cliffside, but it looks like a cave. Yeah, if you look at the Riders of Rohan in the Lord of the Rings movies, they intentionally kind of look caveman-like, because that's kind of how they're supposed to look. They're supposed to look like they have kind of like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. They're not supposed to be like stupid cavemen, but they're supposed to have that like kind of like ancient human kind of look to them. I guess the term would be Rohirrim. They're not like, the people aren't called the Riders of Rohan. What are you up to, Logan? What are you doing while the stream's on? Because I was expecting this to be a quick matchup in Heroes Showdown. But right now I'm Googling Rohirrim people. But yeah, like in like the Lord of the Rings movies, the people in Rohan kind of have like a forward kind of forehead thing going on with like a low brow. It's kind of an intentional choice that they made. Logan said one of the things he liked about Assassin's Creed 3 is that you can actually use the wrist blades in combat. Assassin's Creed 2, I remember, and Assassin's Creed 1 you could as well, but it was just very difficult. The timing was hard and stuff if you just used the wrist blades, but it was kind of like playing on hard mode to use only the wrist blades in combat. Did you ever play the first or second Assassin's Creed, Logan? The thing you most dislike about the new Assassin's Creeds are the leveling. See, I like the leveling in Assassin's Creed Valhalla only because the game got more fun the more you leveled up. Like, a lot of the things that were fun in the game were things that only became accessible to you after upgrading your character. Because like I said, like playing as an unleveled character in that game is just very tedious and boring. Because like as you level up, you expand your combos that you can throw on people, and your moveset gets more complicated. And it was a lot of fun to just like fight NPCs and throw different combos at different types of NPCs and figure out which one works best for which scenario. What do you mean, Logan? Logan says the idea that you just get shit on by most people until endgame isn't fun. What do you mean by that? Like, what game are you talking about there? Oh, you saying that the fact that sometimes you meet level 300 people at level 30 isn't great? Well, see, that's kind of one of the things that makes it fun. Like, I like that because, you know, in some of the zones, you have to be a higher level to go to some of the areas in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And that kind of makes it so that, you know, you kind of finish a zone before moving on to another area. You know, it kind of extends the game in a sense.
Your power's up good. Waste no time. And score first.
And some of the, like, you know, in low level areas, there'll be a boss that's like super high level, but it's because you're supposed to go back. Damn it. What happened to my team that was there? I guess they all got killed. Hopefully none of them fucking rage quit. This is for sure a gang squad that we're up against. But they're not too super toxic or anything like that yet. I'm one to talk though. I'm literally just like eating people off into the abyss. There we go.
Fight me.
I don't even think they should call the games Assassin's Creed anymore. Because, you know, Valhalla was only barely an Assassin's Creed game. It was like a really good game with a really good story about some Vikings. And then there's just a guy that's an assassin in the background, and there's some random chick in the future that for some reason you're forced to play as and suffer through her stuff without even like knowing or caring who she is. Like, that's one sin that Assassin's Creed Valhalla really was bad about, was that it just assumed I'd automatically care about that lady when like I couldn't give less of a shit about her. Like, she really just was not fun to play as. I'm just stuck in a corner right now. I hate that I got stuck in that corner. You stopped in Asgard. Asgard was a lot of fun. But Asgard was an optional thing. And it tied into the rest of the game. It wasn't like suddenly there's mythology, you know, like the whole game you're seeing these visions of Odin, and like the story kind of makes you think that your character is Odin, or your brother might actually be one of the Norse gods. Like, there's that kind of question going on the whole story. What's Caleb's? Damn it.
Chosen one. Countless victims.
I really liked the Asgard section. That was a lot of fun. Like the part where you're playing through a story section in like there's like a unique story in through Norse mythology that was really, really good and really fun. How have I been? I've been alright, Caleb. Going up against a gang squad, you know how it is. Really, really annoying. I really wish that Darth Maul would have let him run into my mines. Oh, come on. Those idiots. Ah, shit. Hey, I got mines out. Maybe they'll come over and try to teabag me and blow up. Yeah, it really sucks when everybody on your team is just like... I was trying to support my teammates there, you know, even though I was distant from them, but I was trying to like cover them at least. But like we just keep getting 4-on-1. It's like it's not because the other team's really even being toxic. It's just that they're like our team. My teammates just aren't thinking at all. They're just running into all 4 of the other team. I was trying to back them up there. Damn it. I should have been able to throw him. Also, how the fuck are they able to shoot me while I was blocking, dude? Made no sense to me.
Once again,
alright, that's it for tonight's stream. I was hoping to end it with something kind of fun, like doing a fun little Heroes vs. Villains match, but of course it's Battlefront 2 on 2023. It's just gang squads and rage quitters for the most part. Have a good night, Caleb. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. Have a good night, Logan. See you guys tomorrow, hopefully. Bye-bye.